Hi, welcome to Yoga with Lu. Hi, welcome to Yoga with Luann. We're going to continue our look at surrender and to kind of get us in the mood for that and what surrender can lead us to. I want you to come into Matsyasana, which is fish pose. So if you have a blanket or a block, that would be the most comfortable for you. And you can have your block go either direction of your blanket. But what happens is you lay the upper part of your back so that your neck can come down and touch the earth. If the earth is too far away, you could put a little blanket there. And then you outstretch your arms. So you kind of want to find a pillow or a blanket so you can do that. If you want to do the posture without that, you outstretch your arms and get your palms under your butt. Get nice straight arms. Point your toes, kind of squeeze your legs together. And on an inhale, you lift your heart and chest and let your head fall back. And then at some point, you'll probably want to get a blanket or a pillow so you can stay in this posture for about a minute. So find your Matsyasana, or fish posture. And I just want to share with you how the act of surrender, Ishvara Pradidhana, can lead you to finding your purpose. And where I was like, why am I here? What's my purpose? And honestly, it's more simple than we make it. So if we truly are surrendering to a higher power, if we allow our life to unfold and meet each challenge with integrity and love and compassion and being present, we're going to find our purpose every day. I'm going to read you something from Tao Zen, from A Note to Self. And it says, "What is my purpose in life? I asked the void. What if I told you that you fulfilled it when you took an extra hour to talk to that kid about his life? Or when you paid for that young couple in the restaurant? Or when you saved that dog in traffic? Or when you tied your father's shoes for him? Your problem is that you equate purpose with goal-based achievements. God or the universe or morality isn't interested in your achievements, just your heart. When you choose to act out of kindness, compassion, and love, you are already aligned with your true purpose. No need to look any further." So if you're not already kind of reclined, come into a reclined fish posture, remove the pillow or block, and take a breath here. And then go ahead and roll over and press yourself up into a seated position. You might want to use that pillow or block again so that when you're in your seated position, your hips are higher than your knees. So that can be comfortable for you. We shouldn't be uncomfortable in our postures. Maybe working hard, but not uncomfortable. We're going to focus our practice on heart opening. A lot of our yoga postures naturally are doing that, but we'll add a little bit extra intention to open our heart, to let love in, and then to let it pour out, kind of being generous with that to all beings and really to everything, because we want to show love and compassion, not just to people we know and like, but to strangers and even people we don't like or even really don't like, and also to the planet itself and everything that inhabits this planet, plants and animals. So with my intention of opening your heart, or maybe you have another intention you want to work on today, take a moment to just press your hands into your heart space. And inhale love, and exhale love. Sometimes we've built walls around our heart. It's hard for love to get in and out. We can break that down through yoga practice. Let's go ahead and inhale into kind of a cow-like posture where we're lifting our eyes and heart to the heavens, and then exhale, straighten your arms, arch your back, almost like cat posture. Inhale. Follow your breath. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Go ahead and crawl forward to tabletop. Move your blanket or block. So tabletop, your knees are under your hips. Your tops of your feet are pressing into the mat. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Engage your core. Crown is reaching forward. I want you to reverse your palms here. So spin your hand around so your thumb's on the outside. You might want to bring your palm a little bit closer to your body. So now your wrists are still under your shoulders. Grip into the mat. And just try to lift your heart here. Let's take a few breaths here. And then gently take your weight off your palms, bring them back to tabletop. Okay, let's thread the needle. Take your right arm, reach it, kind of twist open toward the right, reach your arm up, reaching high so that you're not really sinking into that left hand right now. And then on your exhale, let's bend that arm, palm up, reach it under your body, set your shoulder and temple down. Get a shoulder stretch here, maybe the side of your body. And let's press up. Let's twist open to our left, reach our left hand to the sky, really reaching, getting a nice twist here. Big inhale, and then on the exhale, let's thread the needle. Let's press up to tabletop. Beautiful. Let's just take a couple breaths and count a cat from our hands and knees here. So inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Exhale, drop your head, arch your back, navel to spine, pressing the earth away. And now inhale, exhale. Follow your breath for one more cow. And then one last cat. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Let's spread our knees wide. Let's sink back into child's posture. Your forehead can come to the earth, or you can stack your hands or your fists so your forehead is resting. You can put a little motion in here. Remember, this is your practice. So do what's right for your body. Take care of yourself. Listen. You can always add extra postures or motion or movement. You can also always come back into a resting posture like child's pose at any point. So stretch our hands out, and then let's drag our heart about 1 inch above your mat and find yourself in cobra. So press the tops of your feet into the mat. Your heart is lifting here. Not a lot of weight, really no weight in your fingertips. Let's take a breath here. And then exhale, lower down. Now press your hands kind of right under your shoulders. And then bring your legs together, squeeze them together, press the tops of your feet into the mat, and then inhale like you're coming up into cobra, but let your strength of your arms, let your arms start to straighten. Don't straighten them all the way. Come into up dog. At some point, you may only be resting or having weight on the tops of your feet here and your arms. So up dog. Nice strong core here. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Let's press up to tabletop. Let's give your hips a little sway here, back and forth. Come back to neutral. Let's bring our right leg all the way up in between our hands and come into a crescent lunge here. Let's kind of rock back and forth, waking up our hips a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna just open to the right side. Let's take our right hand, put it on the inside of that right foot, and twist open toward the right. Extending your arm. Beautiful, nice big inhale here, and then on the exhale, switch hands. Put that left hand on the inside of that foot and twist open to your right now. and then extend. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and reach that hand down. Now we're going to breathe through Ardha Hanuasana. So halfway split. Walk it back on the exhale. Inhale. Back to crescent. Exhale. Inhale. Walk it up. Exhale. Inhale. Walk it up. Beautiful. Now we're going to take that right foot and we're going to extend it all the way back to the mat. Dig your toe in. Get a little bit of a toe stretch here. Stretching back. You're stretching the back of your leg also. Then when you shift forward, you want to take the left foot and put it to the corner of your mat, the outside corner of your mat. Have your hand in line with your knee under your, like you're going to go into a plank here, but we're going to make it a little different. So now kind of lift yourself up. And your foot is on an angle toward that corner of the mat, and try to draw a straight line from that big toe all the way out to your thumb, extending here. Now press your hips forward and almost even really reaching out and back a little bit. Getting a nice stretch all along the right side of that body. Beautiful. Let's take another breath here. And come back gently, slowly to tabletop. Feel how the right side of your body feels. We always want to find balance. Let's bring our left leg forward. Put it in between your hands. Open up your hips here, rocking back and forth. Okay, now we want to open toward our right. So let's put our left hand inside the foot. Find kind of a balance here between your feet and your hands, and then open up toward the right. Extend your right arm, really reaching. Beautiful. Then let's exchange. Let's put that right hand in front of the foot, or on the inside of that foot. Twist open to your left. Really a strong twist here, starting at the base of your spine. Then inhale that arm to the sky. Beautiful. And then let's bring that hand down, and then inhale here, and then exhale. Walk it back. Half split. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Ardha Hanuasana. Let's walk it forward. Now we're going to take this left foot. We're going to stretch it back and do a toe stretch first. So dig that toe in. Press back and stretch on the back of your leg here too. Kind of pressing back into those toes. Okay, then let's shift forward. Take that left foot, put it toward the outside corner on the left side of the mat. Kickstand your right foot out for balance. And then open up here. And then again, your big toe through the right side of your body out to your thumb. And then shift your hips forward here. And we'll take a few breaths. Get a nice, really reaching through that left hand. Getting a nice stretch all along our left side of our body. Pressing your hips forward, gripping the mat with your fingers on the right hand. And then on your exhale, gently come back to tabletop. Woo, good job. Take a breath here, maybe sway your hips again. Let's curl our toes under and press up into downward dog. Sway our hips here, kind of shifting back and forth. Then let's bend one leg, like maybe bend the right knee and really drive your left heel in. And the opposite. Okay, let's think about having our feet as wide apart as our shoulders and our hips. Grip the mat. Your head is in between your arms. Your heels are reaching toward the mat. Then see about lowering your heart toward the earth. Engage your core. Tailbone is lifting. This is downward dog if you want to do the whole posture. Otherwise, shift forward, step forward, and have your head in between your arms. And that's not something else, but we call this downward dog too. So find a comfortable stance. Extend your right leg up and back and inhale. And on the exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, arch your back, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Now this time we're going to come up on our left toes, arch our back, and shift our weight forward and step forward. Keep the back heel off the mat. Square your shoulders, engage your core, and rise up into high lunge. Exhale, lower it down. Stepping back. Then inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Woo. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let's come up on those right toes and shift forward. Nice big step. All your toes are facing front. Engage your core, straight spine. Inhale. High lunge. Exhale, reach toward the mat and step forward into forward fold. Woo, let's meet our forward fold for a second. You can have soft knees. Walk yourself over to the right. Walk yourself over toward your left. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe put the weight in the balls of your feet. Beautiful. And then inhale, halfway lift. Really press into your thighs or your shins, getting a nice long back, long neck here, looking down at the earth. Let's take an extra breath here in halfway lift. Then exhale, forward fold. Soft knees, let's rise, reverse swan dive to inhale. Ooh. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. So let's, our heart is starting to pump. We're getting heat generated. We're warming up our body. Let's get that energy flowing throughout our body here with some Surya Namaskaras. So walk to the front of your mat. You can go walk this way. And then we're going to inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, reaching out, forward and down. Tuck your chin. Step your right leg back. And then inhale, an equestrian. And then bring your left knee back. Grip the mat with your palms. Keep your elbows in. Tailbone is reaching out. And then your heart and your chest are reaching toward the earth on your exhale, nice and slow. And then inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then our right leg is going to step forward. You can help it. You can set your knee down first, equestrian. And then stepping forward, exhale. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale in mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, reaching out and down. Step your left leg back. Inhale, an equestrian. Bring that right knee back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now your left leg is going to step forward. Right knee down. Inhale, equestrian. Stepping forward, exhale, forward fold. Reaching out, back. On your inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. We'll do one more round. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out and back. Exhale, reaching out and forward. Step your right foot back. Inhale, equestrian, heart raising. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down facing dog. Right leg is going to step forward. Inhale, equestrian. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Last side, exhale into hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg goes back. Inhale, equestrian. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Left leg steps forward. Inhale into equestrian. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Beautiful. Nice work. Let's give our shoulders a roll. Woo. Maybe one at a time. Nice work. Give your wrists a roll. Okay, let's build some strength. So walk to the front of your mat. Sorry. Take your left leg, take a nice step back. We're going to come into high lunge posture. You can always come into a crescent posture anytime we're in high lunge if you don't have balance today. Woo. So your toes are all pointing forward, your back heel's off the mat. Core is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed. You can come into goalpost arms or high lunge. But we're focusing on our intention of spreading love. So from this posture, we're going to bring our hands to our sides. We're going to radiate our strength toward the earth. Have a nice straight body here, and then we're going to hinge. Whoa. Balance. We're going to hinge our hips forward. So maybe pick a gaze, because this will be our balance posture today, and shift forward and imagine your crown, your spine, your tailbone, your hands all in a nice straight line here. It's arrow pose. Heels, back heel is lifted. All toes are pointing forward. Nice inhale here. And then on the exhale, you can rise back up. Step that back foot up a little bit. We're going to come into warrior one. So the stance is a little closer. Knee over, front knee over. Ankle, shoulders and hips square to the front. So here from warrior one, we have our base. We can come into goalposts or extend. And from here, we're going to do arching warrior. So option to stay here or wherever, but option to also kind of arch back, looking up, reaching back with our hands. Woo, another balance. Arching posture, arching warrior one. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's reverse swan dive here. Rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, other side. Let's bring our right leg back this time into a nice high lunge on our base. All toes are pointing forward. Hips and shoulders are square to the front. You can have your hands on your hips or goalpost or extend. You can always be down on one knee here. So find your high lunge. Then on your next exhale, bring your hands to the side of your body, radiate straight down. Find a focal point first, and then let's hinge forward into arrow. So now that we're looking though down at the ground, so find a spot on the ground in front of your mat and find your arrow posture. And on the next exhale, let's spin that right heel down. Maybe shorten up our stance. Keep square to the front of your mat. Find your warrior one. And then option to come into arching warrior, balance. Wee. Should have had my Wheaties or something maybe first. It's all good though. Wherever we are is where we're supposed to be. So arching warrior, then we're gonna reach down. Bring that right foot up, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. So we're going to add on to that. So we'll go through those first postures a little quicker. So step your left leg back. Option to have your knee down, square to the front. Find your high lunge. And then let's find arrow. So reach, radiate down, hinge forward. Really feel from that heel all the way through to the crown of your head, all lined up there in a nice strong arrow. Our intention to bring love out into the world, right? All right, let's step that back foot up. Find your warrior one. So build your base. And then option to try the arching. I don't know how far I should try it today. And then on the exhale, bring your hands into warrior two posture. Make your stance a little wider and find warrior two. So now your knee is over your ankle. If your knee is over your ankle, step wider. Your foot's on like a 60-degree angle back there. You're going to put the weight into the back edge of that back foot, the ball and big toe of that front foot. Your legs are internally rotating. Your pelvic floor is engaged, your core is engaged, your shoulders are relaxed and down. Really reaching out, radiating energy toward the front and toward the back. Crown is lifting, chin is over your shoulder. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Flip that front palm, reach it forward. And on the exhale, sweep the sky. Peaceful warrior. Just imagine peaceful warrior. Our heart is to the heavens. We're not judging or criticizing or fighting with life. Let's go ahead and exhale the front forearm to our thigh. And then bring that left hand up. Here we are in side angle. Now we're going to extend this, but we're going to do it a little differently, almost like that plank we had before. So imagine more of an angled arch here, and then opening your heart to the sky. Beautiful. Inhale one more time here, and then on the exhale, spin that right heel up so you can step forward on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, let's reverse swan dive to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Step our right leg back to high lunge. Square to the front. Find your position for your hands. And then, from wherever you are, let's extend our arms to the earth and then make our arrow. Beautiful. Nice inhale here, and then on the exhale, let's step that back foot forward. Keep square to the front of the room, though. Your toes are almost pointed toward the front, two of the back toes. Find your warrior one posture. And then if you want to find arching posture, kind of looking out, looking up, reaching back, arching warrior one. And then on your exhale, let's make a wider stance and find warrior two posture. So build it from the base up. Get that weight in that outside edge. Ball and big toe of your front foot. Internally rotating your legs, like pulling them together. Pelvic floor is engaged. Core is engaged. Ooh, shoulders are relaxed, really reaching here. Gaze is over that middle finger. Crown is lifting. Warrior two. We need courage. You can build your courage here. Not to shrink away from life or deny what's happening in the present moment, but to meet it. Inhale, reach that front palm forward, kind of flip it up, and then exhale, sweep the sky. Your right hand's on your back leg. Heart is open to the sky, open to the heavens. One more inhale here. And then exhale, let's windmill our hands to the front, swing, bring up that back heel and step forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Beautiful yogis. We're going to add on, step that left leg back to high lunge. nice square, high lunge. Then let's build our arrow. Nice arrow here. Step that back foot up so we can find warrior one posture. Kind of build wherever your arms are here. And then if you want to come into your last arch on this side. And let's exhale into a wider stance in our warrior two posture, really reaching out here, really gripping the mat and pulling your legs in. Crown is really lifting. There's a lot of energy in this posture. You shouldn't just be kind of hanging out. You're working. Flip the front palm, sweep the sky, peaceful warrior. Beautiful. And then, I forgot side angle, I think, did I? So side angle here. So put your forearm on your arm, reaching out, but not just extending it. We're actually pressing our hips forward, lifting our heart, and reaching almost behind us. Kind of like that arrow posture again here when we were at the beginning of the class from tabletop. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and press up. Let's have our feet kind of parallel or ear toes even pressing forward. Inhale to lengthen and then exhale with a flat back. Then inhale here and exhale all the way down. Here we're going to reach our hands behind our back, clasp our hands so our palms are touching. Then see if you can straighten your arms. This makes your shoulders open, your chest open. If your arms are straight, see if you can lift your arms away from your back and bow your head forward. Beautiful. Exhale your hands down toward the mat and then make a nice straight spine here. And on the inhale, rise. Now we're going to bring our heels in. We're going to take a seat in God's posture. So today, kind of make sure your heels are kind of coming to the front of the mat enough so your knees aren't folding in. They're over your ankles. Your spine is straight. Sitting down wherever it's comfortable, wherever right now. Then let's raise our hand over our head, goddess posture. Beautiful. Konasana, it's fierce angle pose. Now I want you to take your right hand and reach it around your back and then try to use your fingers and grip your thigh as you twist open toward your right. So you're twisting your shoulder open and your chest and you're kind of opening your heart to the heavens again here. Bound angle pose, bound goddess. Feel free to sigh, feel free to come out. And then let's unwind that arm and then inhale it up. Woo. Let's bring our feet about hips width apart, kind of walk them in. Take a quick seat and chair here. Maybe hands at heart. Take a breath in chair. This is comfortable compared to the last posture. And then on your next exhale, dive forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees, a little bend. Inhale, rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Last round, last side. You are doing amazing. We're going to step our left leg back to high lunge. Find your high lunge posture. Your hands are at first. And then let's build our arrow here, radiating our fingers toward the earth, hinging forward. Nice straight arrow here. And then step that back leg forward so you can come into warrior one posture. Stay square to the front of the room, front of your mat. Come into warrior one. Last chance to try to arch your warrior one. And bring it back out of there and step a bigger stance so you can come into a nice warrior two posture. Feel the strength here, gripping the mat with your feet and building your posture from the ground up. And then on the inhale, we're gonna flip that front palm and reach forward. Really reaching here, you're long on both sides of your body. And then exhale, sweep the sky. Beautiful. Inhale here. And on the exhale, put your forearm on your thigh. And then we're not just going to reach up or over our ear. We're actually going to press our hips forward and reach behind us a little bit, opening our heart, opening our shoulder. Get a nice stretch here. Beautiful. Let's kind of come back to the front on this posture. Straighten your leg. Bring your feet so they're comfortable width apart for you. Feet are parallel or toes are a little in. Inhale to get a nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. And then exhale all the way down to the mat. Experiment with putting more weight in your balls of your feet. Now let's reach our hands behind our back, clasp our hands, get our palms pressed together. See if we can open our chest and shoulders so we can start to straighten those arms, and option to lift. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to the mat, get a straight spine. Now your next inhale with soft knees, inhale with a flat back. Let's bring our heels in so our toes are pointed away from us and take a seat in goddess posture. Kind of adjust your feet and your knees, make sure your knees aren't falling in. Maybe come as low as you can go. And then you can have your hands, but I'd kind of like to see if you can go straight up overhead, goddess posture, because then we're going to take our left hand now, reach it behind our back, kind of have the palm out here, and then reaching around as we twist open toward our left side and come into bound goddess. Take a breath here and gently unwind there. And on your next inhale, rise. Side out. Let's heel toe our feet not quite so close together, a little bit wider than hips width. This time we're going to take a seat, but not in chair. We're going to sit in squat. So just lower your hips, lower your hips. If your heels come up, then it's a balance posture for you. You can stop to the point where your heels are still on the ground or let your heels come up. But come as low as you can go. Then see if you can see about putting your hands in prayer position and then using that tension. Take a few breaths here. Nice straight spine, crown is lifting. You can add a little motion. Beautiful yogis. We're actually going to go into an inversion from here. So I'm going to give you a few options, and then I'll give you a few seconds to play around with whichever option. So if you're in squat and you want to do crow, you would place your hands, grip the mat, lift your hips, kind of walk your feet so you can get your knees into your armpits, let your shins rest along your forearms, and see about shifting your weight forward, gripping the mat, shifting your weight forward, and fool around with balance in crow, or inversion, I should say. We should be trying to get our hips higher than our heart there. Another option is to do tripod. So come to your hands and knees. Place the crown of your head on the earth. You kind of have a V here. Lift your hips here. Walk your feet forward. You could just stay here. Your heart is higher than your hips here. You could come into a dolphin with your head, a pike pose here. You could come onto your forearms and do dolphin here in like a pike. Your heart is higher than your head. If you wanted to do tripod, your weight should be in your hands, not your neck and your head. A little bit in your neck and head. But you would walk forward, and here you just gently set your elbows. If there's a lot of weight, then that's not right. So tripod. So take a few breaths in whatever inversion. And then crawl it onto your hands and knees and up to standing on your knees. We've already done, every practice involves inversions and back bends, but we'll focus on a back bend here, even though you were arching your warrior, even opening your side angle. So you may start by putting, like, your hands are in your pockets, try to bring your shoulders together, press your hips forward, and come into camel. You may bring your toes up and come into camel on one side. If that's an easy reach, you could have your toes down and reach for your heel and kind of press your hips forward, arch your back. You can still have your hands in your pocket. Otherwise, do your left side. You can reach behind you for both. But again, there shouldn't be a lot of weight on anything. And your hips are pressing forward and you shouldn't feel pain. So camel, whichever variation works for you today. Some days are different than other days. Keep that in mind too. And then gently from your back bend, come to a tabletop. And we're just going to use this as a counterbalance to our back bend. So just press into your tops of your feet. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Try to get a nice long spine here, reaching back with your tailbone and forward with your crown of your head. Engage your core. Nice elongation here. Nice counterbalance to back bending. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our right knee and we're going to put it in between our hands. And then walk that foot so it's kind of out from under you. And then walk that left foot, the straight leg, back as far as you can. And if your low back is in pain here, just stay low. You can come onto your forearms or bring that block or pillow over and rest your head. You shouldn't really let your head dangle here, so find a way to support your head. If your low back feels okay, you can stay up on your fingertips here. So nice long spine, crown is lifting, but you're really trying to sink that right hip toward the earth here. So take a few breaths in pigeon on this side. You can add a little motion. Okay, and then let's bring that knee back. And then walk that left knee forward. Walk that foot out from under you. Extend your right leg, walk it back. And then decide if you're going to stay low today or if you're going to stay up or do a combination of the two. We'll take a few breaths on this side. Beautiful. Gently come back to hands and knees and then walk it forward to butterfly. So your soles of your feet go together. You can grasp your feet. You can kind of let your weight of gravity pull your knees toward the earth, or you can even kind of open your feet like a book, lean forward and use your elbows to give a little extra tension there. So butterfly. But then I want us to take our hands and reach underneath our lower leg here, and then grab your ankles here. And let's get a little low back stretch here by coming onto the front of our tailbone, or our sits bones, and then extending our crown forward and getting a stretch in our low back here. Okay, we're also working our biceps. Beautiful. Sit up out of that. So now if we were just on the front of our sit bones, we want to sit toward the back of our sit bones here. And have a nice long spine. Crown is reaching away. Core is engaged. Really think about engaging that low belly as you hug your knees in. So while you're engaging that low belly, sitting on the back of your sit bones, Spine is long. See about pressing out one leg or just straightening it so that your thighs are level or are parallel with the earth. Or think about straightening like you're pushing a pedal here. But don't forget about your low belly and your long spine. And come into some type of boat posture. You can hang on to your legs or you can let them go. Woo, cheeky. Nice. So let's go ahead and gently roll back here. Let's hug our right leg in and straighten our left leg. Really pressing, have your foot flex, and your left toes are toward the sky. Your heel is really pressing away, and your arms are really pulling, maybe around to the side of your ribs toward that right armpit. Really getting a pull and a press away here. Okay, let's set that left heel down, and then let's put the sole of our right foot on our thigh. And then we're going to take that knee and press it over to the left side. You can extend your arms out, or hang on to that left knee with your left hand. You can look right. Get a stretch here. Notice where you feel the stretch. Maybe you need to stretch somewhere else. You can change where your leg is. And then let's roll back on our back and then switch that out. Let's extend our right leg, really pressing through the heel, hugging that left knee in toward our chest, but then maybe even kind of coming around and hugging it more toward our armpit here. Both feet are flexed, really hugging, really pressing away with our right heel. Okay, and let's set that right heel down, put the sole of your foot on your thigh, and fold over, twist over toward the right. Left arm can extend, you can look left. Adjust where that knee, where that foot is. Feel the stretch. Roll back. Let's hug both knees first in toward our chest. Really pulling. And then let's open our knees wider and hug both knees toward our armpits. You can gently rock here. Put the soles of your feet on the mat. We're going to do a little bridge. So bring your heels close to your butt. You can press have your hands along the sides of your body, pressing into your mat. And then on the inhale, lift your hips. Then if you want, you can crawl your shoulders closer together and clasp your hands here. Try to get your palms of your hands together, your arms straight. Also an option to see if you can walk up higher on your shoulders, closer together, and closer to your heels, and grab your heels. Really pressing up here. Yes, your neck is crunched and bridged. Just take little breaths. Really pressing your hips to the sky. Then exhale, gently lower down. Walk your feet away from your hips a little bit. Just do a gentle, slow windshield wiper where you're just letting both knees fall gently to the right, back to center, to the left. Do a few of those. Okay, then you're going to stretch your legs out wide. Let your feet flap open. Put your palms out at a 45. Your arms, let your palms open. Let your fingers curl up. Come into a comfortable Shavasana for you though. So if that's not comfortable, although really feel a surrender in this posture. You've just worked your mind, your body, your spirit, your heart, all your cells. You stayed present in the moment from moment to moment. You took on challenges as they came. You grew and you learned through those challenges. And here you are in the posture that perfectly represents surrender. Surrender to a higher power. Surrender to what is. And have the courage and the love and compassion to respond in every moment. So right now, be compassionate with your body. If your low back isn't comfortable, bend your knees. If you liked that fish posture, you can find that again. So find fish, Matsyasana. That really feels like surrender and heart opening. Whatever posture, you're going to stay there for 3 minutes. I will keep the time. I'm going to ask you to stay in this present moment awareness. If a thought comes in, it's like a ripple in a pond, just let it go. Don't create a storm in your mind. Surrender is ultimately a stance of devotion that takes place in the heart and permeates all of our attitudes and actions. In its deepest sense, Ishvara Pranidhana is the surrender of the ego to a higher purpose. Or as Richard Rohr says, it is the prayer of thy kingdom come, my kingdom go. As the ego surrenders, the heart expands. As the ego stops working so hard to get in its own way, life begins to take on an ease and rhythm. As the ego stops fighting to be number one, life begins to nourish and feed us in amazing ways. We begin to understand that there is something much greater which is doing us, and we begin to give all of our actions as well as the fruits of our actions into the arms of the divine. Surrender is knowing ourselves to be part of this divine oneness and then giving ourselves over to this greater whole. We find the process that we do not lose ourselves, but instead become part of the greatness itself. That's from the Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele, page 173. Go ahead and bring awareness back to your body, creating a little movement, rolling over onto your right side, taking your breath there. And then gently pressing yourself up into an easy seat. So we really do accomplish a lot, and our purpose is far-reaching because we're all doing our part in the whole, in the greater whole. Let's go ahead and twist over to our right to get a little toxic release here. So reach your right arm behind you and then twist start at your tailbone and work through your low back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your eyes. And then gently unwind and come back. Go to the other side, reaching your left hand back. And then twisting, starting with your low back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your eyes. Back to center. Might want a shoulder roll. You might want a neck roll. And let's all press our hands together, our palms together, press our thumbs into your heart space. And think about inhaling your sternum into your thumbs, and that lifts your heart and your eyes to the heavens. As a lot of the public announcements are even telling us, we are all in this together. Namaste. Good job, yogis. Thank you for meeting me on my mat today.